If I am running a business and I have a client that is supposed to pay me $1,000 every month for the work that I do for him or her, it means that at the end of the 12 months period, the revenue account is supposed to be reflecting $12,000. The $12,000 are actually reflecting the revenue that I have been receiving from this client for the 12 months period. But sometimes it's not always going to be the case that the client is going to pay you the money promptly. You will find that at the end of the 12 months period, the client has not yet paid you all the money. For example, if I am supposed to be earning $1,000 every month from a certain client X, and at the end of the 12 months period, this client has only paid me money for 8 months, it means that in my balance, in my trial balance, that is in the revenue account, I will only be having $8,000 reflected there to show that I have been paid, just 8 months worth of work. But I have been serving this client throughout the year. And even if I have only received $8,000 from him as work being done, there is another 4 months that have not been paid, and this client is supposed to pay. Because this client owes us 4 months worth of revenue, in this case being $4,000, that amount of money that this client owes us is what we are going to call the accrued revenue. Accrued revenue, or call it accrued income, is income that has been earned but has not yet been paid. So the accrual concept says that you're supposed to recognize revenues and expenses when they have been earned or incurred. So in this case, this revenue has been earned. Now, it doesn't matter whether the cash has been paid or not. The fact that this revenue has been earned, you need to recognize it in the books. That's what the accrual concept says. So in this case, the $4,000 is what we call accrued income, and because we've earned it, we are going to have to recognize it in our books as part of the revenue that we have earned. So how do our books look like? Our books look like this. On the credit side of the revenue account, we have $8,000, which represents the 8 months that we have earned money, but the $4,000 are not yet reflected because there was not an accounting trigger to enable us to post it. And now at the point of adjusting our books, now we realize that this client owes us $4,000 for the remaining 4 months. So what happens here is that we need to recognize that $4,000 in our revenue account because that is money that has been earned. Now, since revenues they increase by crediting, it means that even here the $4,000 that we've earned, we are going to go ahead and credit. So we shall credit the revenue account by the $4,000. Now, the other item that is affected is an account that we are going to create, and this is what we are calling the accrued revenue account. So we shall create the accrued revenue account, and we shall finish the double entry by debiting the accrued revenue account. Like you all know, assets are debited, so the accrued revenue account is also debited. So the accrued revenue account is treated as an asset in the balance sheet, and of course the revenue account shall be treated as revenue in the profit and loss account, or call it the statement of comprehensive income.